Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Amidst political crisis in Karnataka, both BJP and Congress-JD coalition ready to hold a trust vote in the House. Goa Cabinet reshuffled, 4 BJP ministers inducted. Home Minister Amit Shah reviews flood situation in different parts of the country, directs officials to extend all necessary assistance to flood-affected states. 26 people killed in a terror attack by Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. Indian weightlifter Pardeep Singh creates a new Commonwealth record in clean and jerk category at Apia in Samoa. And Simona Halep wins women's singles title at Wimbledon Tennis. Amidst political crisis in Karnataka, State BJP President B.S. Yediyurappa today said they will insist on a vote of confidence motion in the Legislative Assembly on Monday. Speaking to media persons in Bengaluru, he said the party will ask the Speaker during the Business Advisory Committee meeting on Monday morning to ask Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy to move the vote of confidence to prove his majority. Yesterday, Mr. Kumaraswamy had made a surprise announcement in the Assembly that he will seek a trust vote to prove majority. On the attempts by the Congress to pacify the rebel MLAs, B.S. Yediyurappa said 5 more rebel MLAs have moved the Supreme Court seeking early acceptance of their resignation letters by the Speaker. He added that 15 MLAs have moved the Apex Court and filed affidavits asking the court to give direction to the Speaker to speed up acceptance of their resignation letters. 16 Congress and JDS MLAs have submitted their resignation letters to the Speaker and 2 independents have extended their support to the BJP, resulting in the coalition government losing majority. More from our correspondent.
BJP has thrown a challenge to Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy to prove majority on Monday itself. This is in response to Congress and JDS statements yesterday that they are confident and hence have agreed to move vote of confidence. The Congress, JDS and BJP are keeping the club together to prevent poaching. It remains to be seen as to how the ruling coalition will perform during the floor test, which according to sources in the government may take place on Wednesday. R. Murthy, AR News, Bengaluru.
The Goa Cabinet was reshuffled today with the induction of 4 BJP ministers, Michael Lobo, Chandrakant Kavlikar, Jennifer Monserrat and Philip Neri Rodriguez. Governor Mridula Sinha administered the oath of office in secrecy to the new ministers at Raj Bhavan in Donapaula near Panaji. Earlier today, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant dropped ministers Vijay Sardesai, Vinod Palyankar, Jayesh Salgaonkar, all 3 from Goa Forward Party, and Rohan Khonte, an independent MLA, before inducting 4 new BJP ministers. Deputy Speaker of Goa Legislative Assembly, Michael Lobo, resigned today before taking oath as a minister. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Pramod Sawant maintained that the decision of inducting new ministers into cabinet was taken after getting nod from the central leadership of the party. He added that now BJP government in Goa has a full majority. On Wednesday, 10 of the total 15 Congress MLAs in the Goa Legislative Assembly had split to merge with the BJP. 3 of them were inducted into the cabinet today. Mukesh Thali from Panaji, Goa.
President Ramnath Kovind has asked legal professionals to enable the poor to get justice on par with the rich in society. Addressing the special convocation of the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University in Chennai today, Mr. Kovind said it would be a travesty of the Republican ethic if a poor person did not get the same access to law as a rich person.
There is a need to enhance legal literacy and simplify legal rules. It is important to not only take justice to the people, but also to make it understandable to litigating parties in a language they know. Perhaps a system could be evolved whereby certified translated copies of judgments are made available by the high courts in the local or regional languages.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has called upon the government and civil society organizations to jointly make efforts to preserve the country's cultural heritage. He was speaking after releasing the book Sri Ranganathaswamy Temple, Sri Rangam, Preserving Antiquity for Posterity at a function in Chennai this evening. Mr. Naidu said India has many priceless treasures of art and architecture, song and dance, poetry and theatre, mythology, philosophy, mathematics and material science. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has said any misadventure by Pakistan Army will be repelled with a punitive response. He was addressing a seminar in New Delhi to mark 20 years of the Kargil conflict. General Rawat said no act of terror will go unpunished.
Pakistan Army time and again resorts to misadventures, either through the flawed and bloody proxy war and state-sponsored terrorism or intrusions in our country. The Indian Armed Forces stand resolute and ready to defend our territorial integrity, and let there be no doubt that any misadventure will be repelled with a very punitive response.
The Army Chief said with the change of warfare scenario in recent times, the Indian Army must be prepared for future conflicts. He said after 20 years of Kargil war, the nature of warfare stands constant, but its conduct has changed as new emerging technologies are playing a crucial role in it. Talking about the advent of innovative and scientific approaches, General Rawat said cyber and space domain have changed the nature of the battlefield. Therefore, the Army must take into account these realities. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Home Minister Amit Shah today chaired a high-level meeting to review the current flood situation in different parts of the country. He also reviewed the preparedness of the states, central ministries and agencies concerned to deal with the situation. An official release said Mr. Shah directed the senior officers to take every possible measure to deal with the situation and extend all necessary assistance to the flood-affected states. According to India Meteorological Department, during the last 3 to 4 days, Assam and Bihar have got excess rainfall with extremely heavy downpour. It said during the next 48 hours, heavy rainfall is expected in these two states. Director General of National Disaster Response Force (NDRF) has said that 73 NDRF teams have been pre-positioned in vulnerable areas of flood-affected states along with all necessary equipment. The Home Ministry said NDRF teams have rescued about 750 persons in Assam and Bihar. The Central Water Commission informed that in Assam, Brahmaputra, Beki, Jiabharali, Katakhal and Barak, and in Bihar, Kamla, Bagmati, Mahananda and Gandak rivers are flowing above the danger level. Intermittent rain has affected normal life in various parts of Uttar Pradesh. House collapses, snapping of electricity wires, uprooting of poles and trees, and waterlogging has been reported from several locations. The eastern part of the state is the worst hit by torrential rains. More from our correspondent.
Most of the rivers in the state except Sarda are on rise, but they are flowing below the danger line or red mark. The Sarda is 55 centimeter above danger level at Paliakala in Lakhimpur Kheri district. Saryu river is also rising at Bahraich and Ayodhya. Rain with gusty winds previous night in Balia district has disrupted normal life due to electricity failure and waterlogging. The traffic has been badly affected due to spate in hilly rivulets in Balrampur district. In Mau district, the rain water has entered in houses in low-lying areas. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Bihar, connectivity of several villages with block and district headquarters has snapped due to floodwaters and damage to roads. The Disaster Management Department has declared 26 blocks in 6 districts flood affected. Damage to roads, rail tracks, electricity lines and buildings has been widely reported from several places. East Champaran, Sitamarhi, Madhubani, Kishanganj, Araria and Shivhar districts are the worst affected. More from our correspondent.
Several villages in Suppi, Majorganj, Runi Saidpur, Parihar block of Sitamarhi and Jayanagar block of Madhubani district have been surrounded with flood water. NDRF teams have been sent for rescue and relief operations. Water is overtopping at several places on national and state highways in Shivhar, Sitamarhi, Kishanganj, Araria, Madhubani, East Champaran and Gopalganj district. Rail traffic has been badly affected on Katihar, Jogbani, Sitamarhi, Kundwa, Chainpur rail section due to submerged rail tracks. Several trains have been cancelled and diverted due to disruption. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Patna.
There is no respite from flood fury in Assam triggered by incessant rains. New areas were inundated today. Over 14 lakh people have been affected in the current wave of flood in 25 districts. 20,000 people have taken shelter in relief camps. Union Home Minister Amit Shah talked to Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal on the flood situation and assured of all help to tackle the problem. State Minister Ranjit Datta visited Lakhimpur and another minister, Pramila Rani Brahma, went to Baska district to take stock of the situation. In Nepal, the death toll from rain-related incidents has gone up to 34. 16 persons are missing. 12 others have been injured in various parts of the country due to flood and landslides triggered by rainfall since Thursday. Incessant rain has created havoc and normal life remains affected in several parts of the Himalayan nation. Tarai, the southern region of the country, is the worst affected. The results of Ugc Net Examination have been announced. The examination held by National Testing Agency last month was conducted in 81 subjects. A total number of over 6,81,000 candidates appeared and 50,945 candidates qualified in eligibility for assistant professor. Human Resource Development Ministry in a release said 4,756 candidates qualified for junior research fellowship and are now eligible for assistant professor. The ministry said the examination was conducted in computer-based test mode to reduce the burden of examinees. An Agribusiness Incubation Center has started in Chhattisgarh. The center has been set up by the Union Agriculture Ministry at the Indira Gandhi Agriculture University of Raipur. More from our Raipur correspondent.
The Agribusiness Incubation Center is set up under the National Agriculture Development Scheme (RAFTAR). The objective of the scheme is to make farming a remunerative economic activity by strengthening farmers' effort, risk mitigation and promoting agribusiness entrepreneurship. Under the scheme, guidance, technology and infrastructure will be provided to youth and entrepreneurs for startups in different areas of agriculture. The Agribusiness Incubation Center in Raipur, with focus on innovation, skill building and entrepreneurs development in agriculture and allied sectors, will act as catalyst for developing an ecosystem conducive for growth of agripreneurship in the state and foster a startup culture. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
In Somalia, 26 people have been killed by Al-Shabaab militants in an attack on a hotel in the southern part of the country today. The victims include prominent Somali politicians and several foreigners. More than 50 people were also wounded. Pardeep Singh created a new Commonwealth record in the clean and jerk category on the way to a gold medal as Indian weightlifters continued their impressive run on the last day of the Commonwealth Championships at Apia in Samoa today. Pardeep, who is competing in the 109 kilogram category, smashed the record in the clean and jerk event by lifting 202 kilograms. His earlier successful attempt of 148 kilograms took his total to 350 kilograms. Two-time Commonwealth Games medalist Vikas Thakur clinched the silver medal in the men's 96 kilogram event. Vikas lifted a total of 338 kilograms. India ended their campaign with a rich tally of 35 medals in the youth, junior and senior categories, breaking numerous national, Commonwealth, world and Asian records. In Wimbledon Tennis, 7th-seed Simona Halep has won the women's singles title of this year. She defeated 11th-seed Serena Williams in straight sets 6-2, 6-2 in the summit clash today. In the men's singles title clash, 8-time champion Roger Federer will meet world number 1 Novak Djokovic tomorrow. India has secured 3 gold medals in the Asar Dogu ranking series wrestling tournament being held in Turkey. Rahul Avare in 61 kilograms, Seema Bisla in 50 kilograms and Manju Kumari in 59 kilogram categories clinched the yellow medal. Utkarsh Kale secured a bronze in 61 kilogram category. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Amidst political crisis in Karnataka, both BJP and Congress-JD alliance ready to hold trust vote in the House. Goa Cabinet reshuffled, 4 BJP ministers inducted. Home Minister Amit Shah reviews flood situation in different parts of the country, directs officials to extend all necessary assistance to flood-affected states. 26 people killed in a terror attack by Al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. Indian weightlifter Pardeep Singh creates a new Commonwealth record in clean and jerk category at Apia in Samoa, and Simona Halep wins women's singles title at Wimbledon Tennis. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.